microphones. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will go and get started with Tom Kim here in the interview room at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Tom, first week as a full-time member of the PGA Tour after winning the Wyndham Championship last week, and you begin the FedEx Cup playoffs at 34th in the standings. I guess just first off, what have the last 48 hours been like for you since the win?
Yeah, I still can't really wrap my head around of just what happened. It's been a crazy month. Start of July, I was planning on trying to get my card through Korn Ferry Finals, and now 1 month later, I'm a PGA Tour winner. So it's pretty crazy. I thought I was going to get an off week this week, but it's not. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. And yeah, I'm pumped to be here, and it's absolutely incredible.
And then you just got off the front nine here at TPC Southwind. What were some of your initial takeaways from the golf course?
It's great. I feel like it's very, very. It's a good track. You need to hit good golf shots to get some birdies. So it's definitely. I'm looking forward to the my first ever playoff events. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, we'll just go ahead and get started with questions. If you have a question, raise your hand, and we will get a microphone over to you. Let's hear for a moment.
No questions.
Right there. I know.
No questions.
There's always the awkward silence.
What would you have been doing this week if you weren't in the field?
What would I be doing?
Yeah.
I think I was gonna go home for a week. I've been home 2 weeks this year, so it's been just travel. So I was kind of looking forward to that, but I'd rather be here than go home. So.
And where's home now?
It was in Korea. Yeah, it was back home. Yeah.
A couple equipment-related questions. I know you have radar stamped on your wedges, and I know JT has the same. Were you inspired by JT's stamping, or?
It was kind of half and half, but yes, it kind of was. Just I've been watching this tour for my whole life, and I'm very, very interested in the players who are at the top of their game, and I thought it was kind of matching with what I wanted to do as well. So I kind of did copy him a little bit, but I want to say it's kind of mine too. Yeah.
And the putter, I know a unique kind of baby blue color scheme. What's behind that? And then also the graphite shaft in the putter. Why'd you go that direction?
So the putter was just something that I kind of wanted to do special last year. I asked the Scotty Cameron team to I designed it on my own, but the color was something that the GSS just comes with, and it was kind of a special one. The graphite shaft was just, I needed more weight on the shaft. I wanted to feel a little bit more stable, and they kind of went with it. And I've been using it for the whole year. I've won twice with it. I won my first PGA Tour event with it, so I don't think it's going to go anywhere soon.
Good. And Shane? Ready.
Hey, Tom. So not only are you playing a bunch of weeks in a row, but last week you had the stress of winning in a really hot environment, and now you're coming to another really hot environment. How do you avoid burnout? How do you make sure that you're ready to go and not in for a letdown this week?
Could you say that again? I couldn't really hear you midway.
The whole thing, or just the end?
Just the mid part.
It's really hot. How about this? How do you avoid a letdown this week?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I grew up in hot weather, so it's not new to me. I rather have it kind of hot than freezing cold. So, just drink a lot of water. Make sure you don't overdo it. I feel like that's going to be the key. And just grind your butt off. Really, yeah.
And then another question: is there time in your life for any other hobbies besides golf? What does the downtime look like for you?
I love golf so much to a point where I enjoy not taking time off and just kind of thinking of, when I'm home, I'm thinking about how can I get better at this game, and I enjoy the long hours of practice. And for me, my hobby is also practice. So I don't really have a hobby than just, again, going on YouTube or whatever, but just I love golf, and I spend probably, other than sleeping, 80% of it is just all golf. So, don't really have one much yet.
Good. Right here. Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, Tom. Congratulations for Sunday. Mate, firstly, you looked unflappable coming down the stretch there last Sunday afternoon. Can you talk us through your mindset, the mentality? Just so cool, calm and collected. Haven't seen anything like it.
Yeah, I was definitely not calm. You know, it was pretty intense for me inside. Just knowing that having a 3, 4, 5 shot lead is actually kind of feels like it's more nerve-wracking than having a 1-shot lead, because it's yours to win, it's yours to lose. You know, it's one of those two things. And I just told myself, I've been in this position, a lot of times, but it's just my first one on the PGA Tour, and I just told myself not to get ahead of myself. That was the biggest thing, I feel like. Just playing 1 shot at a time, and just again, like, starting with a quadruple bogey, it's hard. It's hard to be in that position, and just realizing that, you know what, since I have a chance to win a golf tournament, just leave it all out there and just play with no regrets.
Yeah, awesome, Tom. And growing up for a little bit in Australia, can we claim you as part Aussie for us fellow Aussies?
Pardon? Can you say that again?
Growing up, you spent a bit of time in Australia.
Yes. Under? Yes. I didn't play much golf. I did pick up the game there.
Yeah.
But not really serious. I was more of a driving the cart type of golf more than hitting the ball type of golf.
It worked out for you.
It kind of did.
All right, Sean?
I know there's a lot of talk about your dad playing on the Korn Ferry Tour. Kind of what role did he have in your early career? And I guess what inspired you to kind of make that change from driving the cart to taking the game seriously?
I mean, my dad, my parents never really forced me into the game. I just kind of followed. My brother is 5 years older than me, so he was more playing with my dad, and I would just go and as a family, and I'd drive the cart, and I think that's how I picked up the game. But once I started to like it, so my parents kind of told me, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And I told them, "Yeah, I would love to." And my dad, obviously playing for a little bit, he understands how tough it is to kind of play golf professionally, and it's been a big help with my parents, just traveling a lot since I was young, just even through ups and downs, just kind of being there for me and just kind of just cheering me on, not getting myself too down. And every time I kind of would go away from the straight path, they would kind of guide me back in, and from technique points to mental points to just off the course kind of thing, just they've been everything for me to be here. So definitely a big thing for me.
And what led to changing from, like you said, driving the cart and being interested in that to taking it seriously? Like, what was the inspiration to start taking it seriously?
I'm not really sure. It's more of just a natural thing that just, as I got older, it just kind of blended in through time, where I started playing more golf, and I think I had to sit down when I was like 12, where I think I want to do this, full time, and I want to play on the PGA Tour. And my parents like, okay. And I just started going 24/7 at it, and 10 years later, here we are.
Good. All right. Shane, one more. Yeah, sure.
Tom, you're a young guy, but you happen to be coming into golf at a very strange time for the sport. And so, I was curious if you have thoughts about Live Golf, or if you're following the court case that's going on today, or if you in general you had anything to say about that.
I mean, for me, it's just our team. We've talked about this, but it's always about playing on the PGA Tour. When I was younger, I would see Tiger win on the PGA Tour, not somewhere else, and so for me that was always the goal. And I felt like when I would one day get really old and not be able to play the game anymore, I would want to at least feel comfortable with retiring and saying, I've played with the best players in the world. I've made decisions for my career, and just leave no stones unturned. That was always the goal, and I'm not really focused on that right now. Like with the court cases and stuff, to be honest, I'm more worried about me playing better than now. But yeah, my goal and our team the goal has always been to be here. So I'm glad that I achieved that, and hopefully I'll be here for a very long time.
All right, perfect. All right, with that, Tom, congratulations again on last week, and best of luck this week.
Thank you, guys.